Namaskar, dear devotees and friends. This evening, Wednesday evening, and this is the last of this month, we'll be reading from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, the Panchama Veda, and let us begin with this stotra. Tavo kathamritam tapta jivanam kabibhiriritam kalmashapaham Sravana Mangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Grinanti E Bhurida Janaha. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, health is not good. So he is in Calcutta and the doctors are coming, they are trying to give the treatment. But more than the treatment, they are engaged to learn from him the spirituality. And in these few pages, as the Master Mahashay, Mahendranath Gupta, he has recorded how a scientist and to some extent atheist, he is slowly transforming. In the beginning he was arguing, he's a nice man, but why do you go and touch his feet? Why you are making him as a God man? Like that we have already heard, and then slowly he is coming, and then one place he is coming and telling that yesterday night I could not sleep because it was raining and I was wondering whether people you're here, those who are attending and you, whether they have closed the windows properly or not. You should not get the cool breeze and all. See that he was thinking about it. Sri Ramakrishna is happy. Why? Because when he is thinking about Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is thinking about God. And when he is thinking about God and thinking that I have to protect this God, protect this person, automatically his mind is becoming pure. So this is very clear that when our mind is away from the worldly things, which is connected with our selfishness, it becomes pure. Mind is not pure and impure. It is very clear, and whatever color we put into it, it takes the same color. So when we are putting it to God, it is God, it is divine, it is all peaceful, it is all joy. And when you give it to the world, immediately all suffering, all anxiety, and all these things that we are regularly experiencing. So these are the two things. And what is spirituality? What is religion? Understanding this point. We are in the middle. We have that capacity to give the mind to God and give the mind to the world. The world has been created by God, and everything is nothing but God. But there the consciousness, the presence of consciousness is very less. And all reflected consciousness, not original. Those who are following regularly, they understand this. But the God is that original consciousness where we have to go. The Sri Ramakrishna, now in this we are discussing about, and the English page 875 and Bengali Kathamrita 945. And he said, lastly we are quoted, Sharva Vastu Parityage Shesha Atmani Kathyate. Sharva Vastu Parityage. Where is that Atman? Where we will find the Atman? The last week we discussed it. I am just repeating that, reminding ourselves. Sharva Vastu Parityage. Vastu, what is that Vastu? These are the terminologies we have to remember to understand this Vedantic conception clearly. Vastu means those things which we can examine. We can touch, we can smell, we can taste, we can see. These are the 5 things through which we can understand that particular object, and it's called in Sanskrit Vastu. And Vastu is temporary. Why? Because we can measure it. So, Sarva Vastu Parityage. Now, Sarva means every, all. Is there anything in this world that is permanent, that we cannot touch, we cannot smell, we cannot see, beyond our, no. Each and everything, maybe little subtle, like our mind is subtle. We cannot touch the mind, but we can feel the mind. So this is the way we have to understand that sarva vastu parityagi, when we can renounce everything from our mind, whatever that remains is Atman. Look at it. We are not going to find it somewhere else. It is inside our mind. It is already there. Not that we are going to get it. We are going to get that Atman, realize that Atman, find that Atman. No, it is already there. Only thing, we are removing all the debris that covered that Atman, as a bombarded. Sometimes we see that the picture in the TVs, the news that comes after the bombardment, the whole apartment has broken down, the huge 32 building that has broken down, and someone in the below it is there. So you have to remove all those debris, then only you can reach to that. I am giving this example, I am sorry for it. It is that is, but we see in this way. So if we take that, someone has bombarded our mind. What is that? Desire. One after another desire, bombarding our mind. And the debris are covering our Atman, our soul, which is the source of everything. Now we are searching that. And we have bombarded with our desire. Now we are removing those debris and all that is covered. And when we go through that, we go into that particular place. Then what happened? I need not to get it. It is already there. Narada, he told to Shukadeva, Ena sarvam parityaktam savidyana sacha panditaha. The last week we discussed the Narada, he is telling to Shukadeva. And Shukadeva, the one of the best monk. And Narada is telling him, reminding him, see, sarva vastu, yes, ena, the whoever, sarvam parityaktam, whoever has been able to give up everything. Now, again and again, I am using the word everything. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he said, all those things that you see in this world, that is only in one place. If you give that up, then you give everything. Oh, this is the desire to eat this mango, so I give up the desire. Oh, this is this desire, I give up. No, not like that. Just give up your ego. That is why he said, one cannot attain divine knowledge till one gets rid of pride. The ahamkara, the ego, that is the root of all problems. Where from it came, we do not know. But we are all bound by that. How it is? Then it says Mahamaya. Now from the next month, all the Hindus, they'll be worshipping the Mahamaya. What is that Mahamaya? The power of God, power of the Creator. And sometimes it is like the Durga, then the Kali, the Saraswati, the Lakshmi, all that we see, all the power, different type of power. And this Mahamaya, what she does, cover the actual thing, then superimpose something which is not, it is. So we think the superimposed thing is real, and we are either very joyful or we are afraid of it. And what happens? When that is removed, oh my God, it is not like this. So this happens every time. Try to understand the two young minds. They come to each other, they love each other, and they become mad for each other. then somehow, if the society is like our Indian society, they have to fight with their families, the society, then they become married, they become two, husband and wife. Then why? After all this, they break? Why they go to court for that? We need separation. Why? Because our mind has changed. I was thinking she'll be like this. I was thinking he will be like this. That means it's all our imagination. A lady is thinking, a girl is thinking that her husband should be like this, like that, and the poor boy, he never knew what she's thinking. Then how she can do that? And then the husband is also thinking that my wife will be like this, and not finding that, not satisfied. So this is constantly changing. The thing that I loved once, now I am suffering. I think I am suffering because of that. How it is? Maya. It changes. But if you love God, it will never change. It will be the same. If you love in a worldly way, you suffer. If you love in a divine way, you enjoy. Love is there. Attraction is there. But how you are applying that tremendous power. So the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, and particularly that our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that depicted the story of Radha and Krishna. It's a beautiful way. The Radha, the first of all the devotees, and she is loving a God in the form of Sri Krishna. And that love, same love, goes to the God and she becomes immortal. And here Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning, one cannot attain divine knowledge till one get rid of the pride. Then he gives the example. If the water is on the top of a mountain, it cannot retain there, it falls. The doctor, that is a scientist, immediately he is going on commenting, not understanding why this example. The pride is like a top of a mountain. And whatever you tell that person, he is not ready to accept it. You don't understand that. Sri Ramakrishna gave that example, water cannot retain on the peak of the hill, it falls down. But if there is a hollow, and then there will be, the water will accumulate into that. That means if you have the humbleness, then only you will accumulate the teachings of the good people. Yes, that's true. It should be like this. And you start accepting it. And when you are accumulating the good thoughts, the good ideas, so that way, slowly, your mind becomes purified. But doctor couldn't understand. He is telling, oh, no, it is when from the mountain it is coming down, it is good, and like this, like that. Sri Ramakrishna, only pure water from the sky, that is good. Sri Ramakrishna is bypassing when he is telling water is coming from the sky, it is good. And yes, the pure water from the sky, that is good. Doctor, further, from an elevated place, the water can be distributed on all sides. So, when we listen to this conversation, we can understand we are also like that, foolish. We don't understand what actually Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is meant. So, we are giving some of the arguments. He is thinking in a very worldly way. If the water is on the top, it goes down to reach. Sri Ramakrishna is turning that into a spiritual meaning, and he still, that is true. He is smiling. A certain man came to possess a Siddha mantra. He then went to the top of the hill and cried aloud, repeat this mantra and you will realize God. The doctor, yes. Sri Ramakrishna is turning it to another thing. It happened in the life of Sri Ramanujacharya. The Ramanujacharya received a mantra from his guru, and the guru said, look, this is a Siddha mantra. If you naturally, all the time the gurus, they say, you must not repeat loudly. It should be within your mind. And if you are going on telling, the power of that goes away. But if it is within you, and slowly, slowly, that is accumulating the spiritual growth, the power. So that is why it says it must be your own personal property. Don't tell it to anyone. But this Ramanuja, he thought, well, if I go to hell, let me go and suffer. But all these people, they will get the liberation. With the great faith, he went to a higher place. And when in a marketplace, hundreds of people, they were there, then he called them, hey, listen to the mantra that I am going to utter carefully. And if you utter this mantra, you will all be liberated. So he uttered that mantra. It is the heart, the greatness. Even if I suffer, let these people be happy. So Sri Ramakrishna mentioned that when the doctor told the water can, from the top, automatically it goes and to reach the different people, that is obviously water flows downward. But Sri Ramakrishna immediately gave the example of Sri Ramanuja and saying, see how he is giving it to everyone for the benefit of all. But you must remember one thing. When his soul feels restless for God, a man forgets the difference between good and bad. So when he is restless for God, and that is true, when sometimes some people, they come, the young boys, they like to realize God, we have seen. At that time, they forget everything. Educated person, but he is coming. There is no shoe, just barefoot, and the dress is also dirty. They come and knock the door of the ashrama, and when we open it, sir, can I become a monk? Can I realize God? Like that. And you will wonder how it happens. The parents are coming, they are crying, they are trying to persuade him to go back. But he is adamant, no, I cannot go, I should not go. Because everything now for him is God. Hours together he will be sitting and not asking for anything. Of course, the vairagya slowly, slowly goes away, and that is a challenge. You have to keep that vairagya, that desire to give up. As Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning, then there is no discrimination of good and bad. Whatever you give, it is okay for him. One of our senior Swamiji, he told, when he came to join in an ashrama, Advaita ashrama in Calcutta, and it was a very small building. And when he joined, there was no rooms. All rooms were occupied by the other Swamis and Brahmacharis. Then the in charge Swamiji, at that time he was our very famous Swami, Swami Gambhiranandaji Maharaj. He was the president of the Advaita Ashrama. Advaita Ashrama is the publication department of the Ramakrishna Mission, English publication department. We have another, of course, English publication in Madras. But at that time, this boy came and he became the manager. I worked under him for some years. And he told, the first time when I came, he told, see, we don't have any place. But at the landing of the steps, the staircase, there in the night, no one is going up and down, you can sleep over there. So he had only one mat, and then he used to spread that and used to lie down. No pillow even. He used to use his all clothings or sometimes the books and to use that as a pillow. So he used to live like that. But he was from a very rich family. And in Calcutta, they have a very big family. He was from that family. Everyone knew him. And their parents, they were having the business of the clothes, clothes merchants. Very rich people. And the ashrama, he was having only one cloth. And then when he told the only one cloth, no, you have to manage with that. In the night, when everybody is sleeping, go and wash it and dry it. Then in the morning, you wear it. And look at it. That was the condition. But he liked to do that. So that is the way it goes, a tremendous that desire to realize God. Nothing can stop him. The suffering, the no food, no proper place to stay, and nothing. He was all right. When I joined in Cherrapunji, that was much better than this. They gave me one room, and that was so small room. The bed, that was touching the one wall to another wall, and the door is to open the outside. I gave the name of that room bedroom, because from the outside you have to jump on the bed and then crawl on that, and you lie down or sit, whatever you like to do on the bed itself. There was nothing other place. So you have to jump out and then close the door. So I liked that place also, and better than this Swami. The afterwards when I heard. So that time we never cared for anything, truly. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling, when God grants him knowledge, he reveals to the aspirant what is good and what is bad. When God grants him knowledge of the truth, I am not this body and mind, I am the eternal soul. That is Vedanta, that is Hinduism. And you are eternal. And that way you have to develop, you have to understand. So then the God says that this is bad and this is good. That is the reason, if you read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, in the 16th chapter, the first 3 verses, 1, 2, and 3, there he gives 26 good qualities, divine qualities. After that, the whole chapter he is describing the devilish qualities. Why? Because I have to understand, oh, this type of behavior I am doing with others, and that is a bad thing. I will never get the grace of God. The God will never bless me if I am behaving like that. I have to stop those things. I rectify myself. Why the God is teaching bad and good, both? The good I should adopt, bad I should give up. That is the reason. 16th chapter is a great example of this. There may be the hollows on the top of the hills, but they cannot exist on the hill of the wicked ego. Wicked ego and good ego and bad ego. When you think that Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna always said that, it is not possible for anyone to eradicate, uproot the ego, because that is our existence. The ego means I. If I goes away, what remains? God. And how I will survive? I am the Son of God. As the Lord Jesus said, I am the Son of God. As the Hanumanji said, Mahavir Hanuman, he said, I am the servant of God. And like that, Ma Jashoda said, I am the mother of God. And the Radha, she said, oh, God is my beloved. So this is the different way. Ego, God is mine. That ego is there, but it purified. There is no I is there, higher I. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna in Bengali, he said, Kacha ami, Paka ami. Kacha means unripe and Paka means ripe. Unripe I is connected with this body and mind. And this body and mind associated with this family, this association, this society, this linguistic group, this religious, and that all connections. And that is a weak I, wicked I, ego. But when that changes, I belong to the humanity. Everyone is my family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that the Hindus they utter. Frequently they will be quoting this. This whole universe is our relatives, Kutumba. We are all related. How we are related? We are related because we are all having the same Atman, same consciousness. many a times this thing I say to many different people because they do not understand. Today I attended one seminar. There's a peacemaker that was organized by a group of Christian people and the present-day saints. And so all different religions came and very wonderful presentations by everyone. So I mentioned these. We are all same because someone came and told no. It is proven. We all want to survive. It is present in everything. We all want to know and we all want happiness. These three qualities present in everything, and that is why the Hindu gave the name in Sanskrit Sat Chit Ananda. This is existence, knowledge, and bliss. That is the source. That is the God. And that is present in every being. How can I hate? How can I kill? How can I cheat? That is called not morality, spirituality. Don't tell lies. That is the teaching of morality. Why should not? What is the basis of morality? Spirituality. If you do that, you are away from God. And what happens? You are away from God. Those who understand Bengali, they know the wonderful poem. When I am away from you, O God, मृत्यु से धारे मृत्युर रूप दुखो हाय से दुखेर कूप তোমা হতে যাবে হই হে বিমুখ আপনার পানে চাই. That's an excellent way, the expression. When I am away from you, oh my God, the death, it has become real death to me. Very fearful, very painful. মৃত্যু সে ধরে মৃত্যুর রূপ. দুঃখ হয় দুঃখের কূপ. Kūp means the well. And there is no way to come up. One after another, the suffering and suffering. Toma hote jabe. When I am away from you, O God, all these things happen to me. So the poets, in their own way, the expression of the same truth. The Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning, he said, one cannot teach men without the command of God. The peacemaker, today that the subject was, who can be a peacemaker? Who is having peace? And what is that peace? Love, unselfishness. That is the source of peace. When the brothers or sisters and the same parents, when they are fighting for something, is the mother is going to everyone and talking to son, the daughter, why you are fighting like this? So she is the peacemaker. Why? Because she loves. That is the wonderful conception. Without that love, you cannot go and tell, please don't do this. If the mother is supporting the daughter or the son, and she will support the son and say, hey, to daughter, no, you go away from here. So that, no, it's not a peacemaker, because there is some other calculations. If I am supporting the son is earning more, and son will give me the protection because I am becoming old, but the daughter not. So you are shifting your love to your son for your selfish motive. You are not a peacemaker. This is the steps that we have to understand, and then only it is possible. So he says, one cannot teach men without the command of God. What is the command of God? After the realization, you may feel, that even sometimes they'll be talking with the God, that God will say, this is your duty, you must perform the command of God. Swami Vivekananda, he wanted to meditate. When Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, his guru, he asked him, Naren, what do you want to do? He said, see, I like to meditate. Then I will go into samadhi. Meditation is an excellent another way of getting peace. We think that we are just sitting. No, he's working tremendously. very forcefully. Why? He is protecting his mind from the influence of the world. Name, fame, all those things are trying to come, different type of thoughts. He is protecting the mind and becoming calm and calm and calm. And afterwards he goes to the source of happiness, to the joy. He don't like to come out of that. And that is called samadhi. So that young boy, Naren, he told, I like to go into samadhi. Sometimes, for the protection of this body, I will come up from that meditation mood and he will eat something. Otherwise, the body won't survive. And if the body is not surviving, I won't have the joy of meditation. Just to make the body survive, some food and the water is necessary, I will do that, eat that, drink that. Then I will go for meditation. I am not going to do anything. But Sri Ramakrishna was not happy. He said, no, this is a selfish thing. After the realization of the God, the truth, you should go out and tell people about the truth that you have realized. As because you have seen, you have visited that place, your words will carry the truth. They will understand it. At least some of them, those who are having some good karma phalas, good impressions, they will believe you and they will follow you. So become like that, like a banyan tree which gives shelter and shades to so many people. So like that you become a banyan tree. So the peacemakers, the realized souls, are the banyan trees. So this it says in this way, I went to the Nanda Bagan, Brahma Samaj, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna giving the example. He is not criticizing, he is giving the example in this way. After the worship, the preacher gave a lecture from the raised platform. In those days, particularly in India, the monks, the holy people, they used to walk, they used to travel from hamlets to hamlets, village to village. And all villagers will come, they will flock in one place. In every village, there must be a common place, a little raised platform, and the preacher will be sitting over there, the monk, the mendicant, the holy man, and he will be talking about the God, different stories, high moral values, and these simple folks, they will learn and they will remain keeping their moralities, very good people, helping each other. And that was the source of education. So wherever they used to go, they used to come and listen. Even today, the tradition is there. And the Brahma Samaj, who actually came out of the traditional Hindu Samaj, because they could not get the answer why a person should worship an image, how the all-pervading God entered into an image. That was the question raised by the missionaries, and the traditional Hindus could not give the answer. So naturally, if you can't give the answer, you say, hey, you don't ask this question, and you should not come to me. When a man is not able to answer, he always behaves like that. So obviously then they thought either we should continue as they say without understanding, or we should convert ourselves into Christianity, or we will start one organization where we will not worship the God in image, but we will worship God without image. In Hinduism that is there, so they did. So first they used to worship, not that they were Advaitin. They never said that I am that Brahman. They never said that. They were Dvaitin, dualist. Then they were thinking God is there but without form. So they used to sing for God, then they used to offer food to God, but no image. So the Samaj, they said, Brahma Samaj, Prarthana Samaj, different Samaj in those days, it came up. So Sri Ramakrishna went to attend that. He was curious, he wanted to see what is happening, what those people are doing, and he was always positive to help them. He was an avatara. Avatara, they come to establish the righteousness. to establish the dharma. And whoever is worshipping in whatever form, in whatever manner, and the present day avatara, the modern avatara, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he never told them, hey, you should not do that, only follow me. He never said that. He said, very good, but whatever you are doing, do it sincerely and understanding what actually you are doing. Now, some people out of emotions, they used to say, oh God, give us so much devotion that we go down into that devotion and never come back. Just an emotion. It is not practical thing. You are not telling the truth. So Sri Ramakrishna told, hey, what will happen to your family? They are sitting at the back. In those days, the ladies were not allowed to come out before the mill, so they used to sit in the back and they used, as a cover. So they could see, but the male people could not see them. So that's called jharwa. So that was the thing. So in that way, what will happen to those who are sitting behind the jharwas? We don't pray in that way, but you are not actually meaning that. Out of emotion, you was telling, I like to die, but you know that you don't like to die. And moreover, you have the responsibility for your family. Look at it. You should not deceive even God in the prayer. You must be truthful. I am having this much quality and this much capacity. Oh God, I am present before you. If you like me, accept me. If you don't, tell me what shall I do. So that is the way it should be, very open. The mind should be clear. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's very famous instruction for the spiritual practitioners, Mon Mukh Ak Karo. Whatever the mind is thinking, and that you should say. You should not deceive. That he was telling, the instruction of a man who has not seen God does not produce the right effect. And he was giving the example, he had written it at home. When most of the people, they write down and they come and they read. Actually, they don't think that way. They will forget. That's why they are writing. Mostly the professors, they give wonderful talks. Why, you know? Because they have the capacity, they have the power to use that language. They know the language. So they will be writing down and they will be reading from that, and beautiful words, and then people will be mesmerized, quoting from different places, and oh, I love you, and I am missing you, come, let us hug, and all that stuff. The people are moved by that. But why can't he say from his mind? Why he have to read? Because he is not thinking in that way. So he keeps in writing so he should not forget. So if somebody is coming to embrace, hey, why? You are dirty man, you should not, because I have a proper good dress, like that. So hypocrisy. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling, look at this man in the Brahma Samaj. After the worship, he was giving the talk, and what he said, he was reading. As he read from the manuscript, he looked around. While meditating, he opened his eyes from time to time to look at people. Sri Ramakrishna's observation. That's why sometimes we think it is better to go to Ma Saradamani Devi. She is very considerate. But Sri Ramakrishna is a hard talks master. He will never accept this. He was not meditating at all. He was observing other people. And he was thinking that attention should be on him. He is a teacher. But actually he is not. Then that wonderful statement, the instruction of a man who has not seen God does not produce the right effect. Does not produce the right effect. He may say one thing rightly, but he becomes confused about the next. If you notice, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, when he was in deathbed, he was not able to say anything. At that time, his young disciples, they were serving him in the rotation. It was Narendranath, who became Vivekananda afterwards. He was sitting over there attending on him. And Sri Ramakrishna lying down, closed eyes on his bed. And this boy was thinking, look at it. Sri Ramakrishna all through his life loved this young boy so much. He always used to praise him. That even then this boy, and before that also, he has examined his guru in a many different way. Whatever he said, immediately he never accepted. He examined that. And that boy, he was sitting over there, the young man, Narendra, and he was thinking, oh well, now this man in his deathbed, now if he can say that he is the avatar, he is the divine personality, he manifested over here in the human form to teach religion, then I will accept it. Is he an incarnation? The moment the thought crossed, he never uttered, thought came in his mind. There, a little distance, his guru, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, opened his eyes, looked at him and said, Naren, that Rama, that Krishna is in this body as Ramakrishna. But, the second line is very important, but not according to your Vedanta. Vedanta means Advaita Vedanta. And then Vedanta, the word means end of knowledge. And it has main two schools. One is dualist, another monist. The Advaita, or means negative. No, there is no two. It is only me. And there is no conception of incarnation. Friends, this is also Hinduism. This is also Hinduism, is high-grade Hinduism. But mostly we utilize the duality. Why? It becomes easy for us to understand, and then through that path we reach to that non-dual condition. He said, I am the avatar. As Rama I came, as Krishna I came, as Sri Ramakrishna now in this body. And immediately he said in that one sentence, but not from the viewpoint of your Advaita. The second line is important because otherwise there will be confusion. So he said like that. And here we find when he said, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said that the instruction of a man who has not seen God does not produce the right effect. And we find also over here the spiritual teacher Vivek Chudamani, a great the writing of Shankaracharya. He says in the two verses, but I will quote only one. The Vivek Chudamani 37 and 38 slokas give the definition of a teacher, what a teacher should be. Shanta, Mohanta, Nibasanti Santo, Basantabat Lokahitam Charanta, Tirna Swayam Bhima Bhavarnavam Janan Ahetunan Anyan Api Tarayantaha. Swami Turiyanandaji, his translation, he said, the pure souls who have attained peace and greatness, they bring good to mankind. The pure souls who have attained peace and the greatness, that means Shanta and Mohanta. The greatness means they have realized the Brahman. They have realized the God. They have transformed into that. The Shanta, Mohanta, Nibasanti Santa. Then it's giving an example. Like Basanta. And they themselves have crossed the ocean of this world without any selfish motive. They help others to cross it. And the Basanta means as that is particularly in India, it's called spring. And then in that spring, all the trees, flowering trees, they're blooming. the fruits are there, beautiful weather, cool breeze, and the not hot sun. That is the best period, best time. People also feel joy. 2 months, that is called Basanta. The birds are chirping, birds are also singing, flying. Each and every soul become happy. But why these trees, these plants, they give joy to these human souls and the other beings? They never ask them to do that. That is called Basantavat. Without any purpose, without any selfish motive. Oh, you should praise me, you should take the photograph and then put it in your... Nothing like that. I just want to give you joy. So the flower tree blooms and they are very happy and makes others happy. So holy person, he also does the same thing. He will never say, you are my disciple, then only I will help you. You belong to my faith, then only I will help you. He is not a holy person. Because he has his selfish motive. A holy person cannot have the selfish motive. For him, everything is the same God. So that is our Hinduism. It says that the non-duality means the God is nothing but love and unselfishness. We take the help of the different forms so that we can concentrate. When you see the Lord Krishna standing before me with a flute in his hand, and I can pray to him, Lord, you are all powerful. Please help me. I am having this difficulty. I am trying my best, but not finding any way out. Please help me. So it becomes easy. As if somebody is there I can talk to. Then the mother, like the son, they'll be all praying to the mother, divine mother. So that is the help the Hindus, they always utilize. But they know the God cannot have the image. The moment the God is within the image, it becomes limited. That they all know. And that is why they worship in the water. Because the water has no form. As a symbol of formless, all-pervasive God, they keep the water and worship that water. So here he says that when that Sambuddhai delivered a lecture, he said, God is beyond words and mind. He is dry. Worship him through the bliss of your love and devotion. Just see, he thus described God whose very nature is joy and bliss. Why? What will such a lecture accomplish? There is a person, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna mentioning the name, he said when he is giving the talk, he is mentioning God is dry. Look at it. So where from you got the love? God has created you. And the love that you feel for your children, for your family, for your kith and kin, where from that came, that quality came? From God only. How he can be dry? This fellow, those he was talking about God, and he was giving a lecture, guiding the people about God and telling all things which is completely not correct. So Sri Ramakrishna is not happy with these people. So that's why he is mentioning, look at it, just see, he thus described God, whose very nature is joy and bliss, and he says he is dry. What will such a lecture accomplish? Can it teach people anything? Such a lecturer is like a man who said, now he is giving an example, my uncle's cowshed is full of horses. The horses never stay in the cowshed. That is cow only they stay. Now horses in the cowshed, all laughed. From that you can understand that there were no horses at all. Now the doctor, smiling, he is adding, commenting, nor cows either. Then there was a spill of laughter. All they started laughing. That is true. When a person doesn't know, when he talk about God, it becomes like this. And these people are dangerous. In the name of God, in the name of religion, they always cheat people. And they will say, oh, I hear the God is commanding me that you should do this, you should do that. Yeah. So, when I was in Cherrapunji, there was a teacher. He was very good, the tribal teacher. He was a student of the Ramakrishna Mission. Afterwards, when he completed his MSc from Calcutta University, he is a very good man. And he became a teacher. Then he was married to a lady. She was also a teacher. Sometimes he used to come in the early morning at the breakfast time. After the morning prayer, when the breakfast time, there will be the bell in the monastery. All these monastics, they used to come and sit. Sometimes the devotees who were staying in our guest houses, they used to also come and join. Whenever there will be a good the dish for the morning breakfast, the dosa or idli or maybe some other thing, he came to know from the, he will always keep the information from the cook. And then early morning he will come. Swamiji, a miracle has happened. What miracle? He'll say, yesterday night, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna came and told, hey, you are sleeping? Go and have the sadhu sangha, the holy company. And go and sit and have some prasad. Talk to them about God, why you are sleeping. So I have come. Then naturally, our in-charge Swamiji used to say, oh, please sit and have some dosha. And he will never talk about God. He is never ready to listen to. And they give me dosha. And then afterwards he'll say, prepare two for my wife. She could not come. Then one Swami commented, perhaps Sri Ramakrishna forgot to tell her also. No problem. You can take it. So now, one day, the 3 or 4 of us, the one Swamiji, he was there, and that he, afterwards he came to America also. He was our second Swami. We were brahmacharis, the novices, he was the second Swami. So we were just walking in the afternoon. Suddenly, we were passing through his house and he was standing on the veranda. Then the Swami told, hey, then he said, no, my wife is not here. Even if the Thakur has said anything to you, I cannot serve. Then he was thinking, we will go and tell that Thakur has asked us to come and take tea with you. Then we all laughed. That was a very funny thing. So these times, sometimes some people, they take the name of God in that way, not knowing actually. Another incident recently happened to one of our Swamiji. He was sleeping. One young boy who came to join, sometimes some mentally they are disturbed. Midnight, at about 2 o'clock, he went and knocked to the Swami and told, give me initiation. Because the Lord Vishnu appeared before me and said, go and take initiation from the Swami. And the Swami told, ask your Vishnu to tell me that. But now you go and sleep and I will also sleep. So he closed the door. So why this? Because sometimes we imagine, we say something, but that is not true. You have to understand, the moment you see the vision of God, your mind will be full with happiness, full with joy. Otherwise, there will be anxiety, there will be cravings, there will be suffering, there will be desires, and you imagine, I have seen God and all. One must be very, very careful about it. Why we are studying this, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna? Because it is not only for the Ramakrishna followers or the devotees. No, it is for each and everyone. It's a wonderful, excellent spiritual book, the Shastra. And it will teach you almost in every step what we should do and what we should not do. The ego, if you turn towards God and can say that I am the Son of God, I am the daughter of God, I am the children of God, we are the children of God, that ego will help you. That ego will help you, but you have to. And once you declare yourself as the Son of God, all those divine qualities must be present in you. I am the Son of God and I will do anything wrong and I will dictate to you, go and kill them, bring them here, and not like that. Then you are cheating. God cannot do that. No God will do whatever. No, no, no. God is love. God is unselfishness. So obviously the moment you say, I am the Son of God, the divine qualities must be present in you. And what are those divine qualities? 16th chapter, first 3 verses. Just open the book, read that. Online it is available. You need not to purchase. 16th chapter, first 3 verses, 26 qualities. If you don't believe God, no problem. Just develop those 26 qualities. You see the transformation. You see how people will look at you, how you will look at these people. And that is called spirituality. The tons and tons of talks. It is better to practice, at least 1 ounce of practice is better than that. And that is what Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is teaching us every time. We may make mistakes. Every moment we may make mistakes, no problem. But we should once again say, I am going to rectify myself. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's best disciple, Swami Vivekananda, he wrote a poem on puja. What is puja? Worship. We worship, but what is that actual worship? It is a conflict between our lower mind, egoistic mind, who all the time inspiring us, instigating us to hate others, to cheat others, to grab things. We are fighting against that constantly. Pujatar Shangram Apar. It is a constant war, and that is my fight. No one can help me. I have to fight for this development, spiritual development. Shada Parajay. Every step you are failing. You cannot keep your words. Sometimes you say, no, I am not going to hate anyone. I am not going to criticize anyone. But the next moment you do that. Then again ask yourself, no, I made a mistake, God. I am going to rectify myself. Once again, you are doing that. Tahana Daraktama, don't be afraid of that. Churna Hok. Now destroy Sadhar Man. Your desires, your cravings, and your ego. Let your mind be a cremation ground. And on that, you will realize Mother Kali, Nachuktate Shama. And that is the best teaching, that we have to remove our ego. How? By transforming it, by converting it to godly, divine. Well, friends, we will stop over here and then we will go on reading from this page 875 and again in the next week.
So the first question is from Ananta Swami. He's saying in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, you are all part of me. I am not residing in every individual. Is it correct? Please help with my enlightenment.
Then you are all part of me, but I am not residing in every individual. No. I think he is in every being, in everything. That is called Vibhu. Vibhu means he is present everywhere, all pervasive. And at the same time, all are within him. So that Yo mam pashyati sarvatra, sarvam cha moi pashyati. Yo mam pashyati, the one who sees me, mam, sees me sarvatra, everywhere, without any discrimination, everywhere. Sarvam cha, And again, all those in me, because without God there is nothing. Whatever we see, good or bad, all God. But the good we should try to follow, bad we can take up, but we'll suffer. The God has made that in that way. So I think you should find this sloka in the Bhagavad Gita and read the real meaning. Thank you.
So there's a YouTube user SM. He's saying nobody can yearn or be as pure as Thakur. Thakur cried and yearned so much for Ma. Does God cry and yearn for us when we cry for God? Can we get mukti without God realization?
See, one is God realization, another is liberation. That when you think that God, I like to be with you, it doesn't matter whether when you are crying, God is crying. If you are sincere, that your tears, your cry, your prayer will surely reach to God. And then God will also come. And whatever way you want to see Him, you like to talk to Him, you like to see Him in this form or that form, everything will be satisfied truly. But if you want liberation, that is also possible. And God can grant you the liberation. Liberation means, you know what? For an example, most of the Vedantin, they say, a drop of water falling from the sky, and the drop came and mixed with the ocean. That single drop, tiny little water mixed in the ocean, it becomes ocean itself. So just our soul goes and mixed with the Paramatma, and we become Paramatma ourselves. That is called liberation. Thank you.
SPM Mukherjee is asking what is the difference between Paroksha Jnanam and Aporoksha Jnanam? How does that help in spiritual life to try and realize God?
The Paraksha and Aparaksha. See, when we are taking the help of something, suppose I see myself with the help of a mirror, Paraksha Jnana. I am depending on someone else. I am depending on the words of the scripture and the guru. I am driving the car on the basis of the GPS. Somewhere, some satellite guiding you, and you are going on accordingly. So that is called paraksha. You are taking the help. But suppose you know the road and you just drive over there without the help of anyone, that is called pratyaksha, aparaksha. So aparaksha anubhuti. You are not taking the help of anything. It's just automatically because you are that. So this is the two difference. In the beginning, it is better to take the help. Then when you are matured, you need not to depend on anyone. Automatically that knowledge will come. So through paraksha comes aparaksha.
Ananta Swami is asking the meaning of Advaita, non duality, is it taken as a positive or negative?
Of course positive, it is not negative. So what they do, they first say, I am not going to accept this, accept this, accept this. The path is called in Sanskrit, neti, neti, not this, not this. But when they go on the top and realize that Brahman, they find except that Brahman, except that consciousness, nothing remains. It becomes iti, everything. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna gave a beautiful example. When a man is going to reach the top of the house, the terrace, and every step he is telling, no, this is not the terrace, this is not the terrace. And when he reaches the terrace, he finds, oh my, that same thing is made of, the terrace is made of that big dust and cement and this, that. Same thing is of the steps also. I negated that, I deny that, but I come and see everything is nothing but the same consciousness. It is not negative, it is positive. In the beginning, they say no. Then in the end, they say everything. They embraces everything. Wonderful question.
Shomin Das is asking how to become sincere to get God.
This is a really, really very practical question. So we talk a lot, but we are not sincere, you know. So for the sincerity also we have to pray to Mother, pray to God. Please make me sincere. I am doing this, I am doing that, and people think that I am a very religious man, holy man, but in the core of my heart I know I am not that, and that that always the conflict is there. And it is better to go and in a private way, private prayer to Mother, to Thakur, to make me sincere. Sincerity will come. To realize God, we need the blessings of God too. But I have to show my eagerness. As the Lord Jesus said, knock the door, it will be open unto you. Similarly, if we go and pray, that is the knocking of the door. Please make me sincere so that I can call you, I can realize you. Sincerity will come. Pray to Mother for sincerity.
Akash Agarwal is asking, is chanting the name of God necessary, or doing good to people around us will bring us blessing?
If you think that it is the people that you are helping, no, you will be a great social worker. And naturally, you will get the appreciation from the society. Maybe you will get the appreciation from the country and all that. But if you think they are gods, living gods and goddesses, and serving them, you become humble. You never care for the photograph published in the newspaper or the clappings or any recognition from the society. You will realize God. Taking the name of God helps you to keep that mental attitude. That is the thing. That I am going on repeating the name of God. God, I am going to serve you in the form of the poor, the downtrodden, the illiterate. Please accept my worship. That is spiritual development. Without that, so many people are doing. They are going, all these NGOs, non-government organizations, what they are doing, the same thing. But against they are getting either the support of the government or the society, and they are very happy up to that. Same thing if you do with a spiritual viewpoint, you will be realizing God.
Well, there are lots of questions on Durga Puja, if you can announce when and what.
Or about the Durga Puja, friends, that you know that our asrama, according to the fire marshal, he came according to that law, fire law, we are not supposed to take 200, more than 250 people. And that is the reason this year we have made the Durga Puja, and then continuously we have to do like that 250 in the beginning, in the morning, and 250 in the evening. Same puja will be there. Then Ashtami puja usually in the morning, and then whoever comes, please register, go to our website, no charges, register. Head counting. So someone will be in the door, will be counting the heads. Your names are registered, and you need not to worry. The moment you are registering, it is automatically coming. And so you need not to worry, it is coming to us. And then it is flowing so fast. So do it quickly. After 250, we have to say no then in the morning time. So we will take 250 and we will give them they will attain the puja and then chanting with me and having that pushpanjali and also prasad. Evening again, from 7 to 7:30, it will make it 6:30. The 6:30 to 7 will be our Thakur's puja, and from then, from 7 to 8:30 will be the Mother's puja again. And this in a short way, and there will be Pushpanjali, there will be bhajans, and there will be prasad, same way. So if you cannot come in the daytime because of the office, come in the evening. But register, please. And not more than 250. So morning 250, evening 250, 500 people we can accommodate. Thank you very much.
we
And
got
it will be on the 11th of October. Please remember, it is a Friday, working day, 11th of October.
we got one last question. Akash Agarwal again. If my parents are not on the path of spirituality, I've tried to help them change. It is not happening. What should I do?
Oh, no, no, you need not to worry about them. Spirituality, see, they think in their own way. You are thinking that they are not spiritual. Maybe they are apparently out, that externally they are not showing. Maybe they are not going to the temple, they are not chanting. It doesn't matter. But psychologically, maybe they are praying and all. So you need not to worry about them. But you should pray to God, oh God, please bless my parents also. That will do. As a son, you should do that. You know, in the Upanishad, Kathopanishad, that son, Nachiketa, he prayed for his father to the king, Yama. You can do like that. You say, as a son, I like to see my parents happy in this life and after life. Oh God, please bless them. Please guide them. That way, as a son, you can pray. Thank you, friends.
I have one
Thank.
question.
Yes, yes.
Samya.
Come.
I have one question. Like our family everybody have a different way to meditate or pray, and I have different way. I'm not able to satisfied in their way. So how to do that?
No, no. As always it is said in the Vivek Chudamani, Adi Shankaracharya, he gave the example, if a father is carrying a load on his head, the son or anyone can take that load and give him some respite. But for the spiritual thing, no, nothing like that. You have to bear your own cross. You have to carry your own cross. So don't bother about your other members of the family. You go on taking the name of God in the way you have been instructed by your guru, and every day, whenever you are sitting for your spiritual practice, pray for them. As a mother, you can pray for your husband, pray for your children. So always pray for them. Whatever way they are doing, O mother, O father, O Thakur, O Ma, please guide them also. Let them be happy. But don't disturb them. They will go in their own way. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Spirituality is a very, very, very individual.
Yeah, satisfaction.
Acha, let us chant this mantra and we say Shanti 3 times and we conclude. Niranjanam nityam anantarupam bhaktanukampa dhrita vigraham vai Ishabhataram parameshamidhyam tam Ram Krishnam Shirasa Namamaha. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Friends, this month and this weekend, I will give the retreat, the last retreat of this year in our Ganges Retreat Center. Those who have registered, every arrangement have been made for them. So please come over there. If you have not paid, and you can come and pay over there, arrangement will be there. And those who like to come again, still 1 or 2 days, you can write directly or register directly. That is also possible. Very few seats are there, I think. But if you are interested, you can come. See you there. Those who have registered will see you there. And then it is a beautiful topic, but not very seriously. We'll be in a homely way. We'll be discussing the 4 steps to realize the Brahman. And Also, in the next month, Durga Puja is coming. In advance, I pray to the Divine Mother to bless us all. Let us all be healthy and happy and be prosperous in this worldly wealth and also in the spiritual wealth. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma.